Namaste student. Today we are going to start a new chapter called data handling, and this chapter is named as statistics in class 9 and 10. So here and in 11, 12 also and in higher studies also. So here we will start and we can see that topic here we have written here data, and the second one is statistics, raw data, and then we have statistics. Let's define one by one. So what is data? Data means what? Data means collection. What? Collection of raw facts and figure. That means here the raw facts and figure means what? Facts means it should be truth and it should be in a numerical value. Like if you say that sir ये बहुत अच्छा है, ये बहुत खराब है, ये सब fact नहीं हुआ numerical. ठीक है, will not count it as a numerical. Like if I ask you find the height of the student. Must 10 student height, you find it from your class, get the result. That is your data. And each observation. And if I'll ask you that 1 to roll number, 1 to 10 roll number students marks you find for class what? For mathematics subject only you can take, or the whole subject you can take. So whatever you are going to collect, that is single we call observation. But the first roll number you got one result. That is your first observation, and then second observation, third observation. Like that, 10 student result you are getting, and whole thing when you bring it to me or to anyone, not only me, you can bring it to anyone. Then that collection of data, collection of observation, particular raw fact and figure should be there, number should be there. Then we call data. And here, the way you have collected, that means it may be that roll number 1 get maximum marks and roll number 2 less, again your roll number 3 get maximum. So it is not in ascending or descending order. The way you have collected, that way you have already given to, or that only you have given to. Then that type of collection, whatever you are giving, that is called raw data. You may arrange it in ascending or descending order. Then we call that type of data is array, A-R-R-A-Y, array we call. Okay, the collection, on the basis of collection, we have two type of data. One is your primary data, another is secondary data. So primary data means directly collected. Directly collected data is called primary data, and indirectly collected is called secondary data. So could you explain this one? Yes, definitely I'll explain it. Like if I'll ask any student to collect any student's marks. So the student who is going to collect the marks, for him or her is what? Primary data. And whatever data he will or she will collect and bring it to me, for me, that is secondary data. And if I'll collect that data and if I'll give it to my higher authority like our father principal, then that data is also called a secondary data. And after that also if it will proceed in the more higher authority, then also it will remain as a secondary data. Means directly, whoever will collect directly, then that data is called primary data, and after that transferable data is called secondary data. Okay, now we are going to see definition is statistics. That is our main chapter. So what is statistics? Here if you see the definition, you can see here, it is the science which deal with collection, presentation, analyze and interpretation of numerical data. We have only numerical. We'll talk about the numerical. Numerical means it should be number only. Like if I'll ask the weight of the students, height of the students, and the marks of the student. These are the example of what? Numerical value, numerical data. Now what is science? Science means what, sir? That what we are discussing in what we call science class, the science. Yeah, you can take that one also, but the general definition if you go for science, it is systematic knowledge. That means it is the systematic knowledge which deal with what? Collection. So collection means, right now only I told that I asked two students to collect the roll number, marks of the student. Then that is called collection. The collection may be what? Ascending or descending order. So that the first one is your collection. After collecting, you are going to present it, maybe in a tabular presentation form or maybe in a graphical presentation form. So tabular presentation we're going to see, and the graphical also we're going to see in our syllabus. After that we're going to analyze. Analyze means to मैं तो के रिजल्ट निकाला उनसे कुछ बाहर निकाला, जैसे मीन, मीडियन एंड मोड we have in the higher classes. Right now in your syllabus only presentation is there. That means what? Graphical presentation and what? Tabular presentation. These two are there in our syllabus. In class 9 we are going to see analyzation. That means mean, median, mode for ungrouped data and for grouped data. We'll see in this also grouped data and ungrouped data. What are these all? We're going to discuss this all later. And then analyze. टुकड़ों में तोड़ के उनसे निचोड़ के सच्चाई चीज जो भी है वो निकाल के मालूम करना कि क्या है, ठीक। और फिर वहाँ से कंक्लूजन मिलना कि ओ ये मिला. आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू डिसाइड, यू हैव टू गिव द कंक्लूजन, दैट इज फॉर इंटरप्रिटेशन. चलिए इसको हम लोग एक एग्जांपल के तौर पे लेते हैं. राइट नाउ थिंक दैट माय school principal asked me to collect the information of students' marks, mathematics marks for class 8 or okay, class 8A or whatever section he wants to take. 8. So I have collected, there are 30 students, I have collected their marks. So after collecting the process, whatever process I have applied for collection, maybe I asked student to collect, give it to me the result. So that collection is called, that process is called collection. After collecting, maybe the roll number 1 has 7 marks, roll number 2 has 3 marks, roll number 5 has 9 marks, and roll number 4 has again 3 marks. So it is not in order. Remember, in statistics your name is not important, that marks is important. So now it is not in order. So what we will do? We will arrange it. So maybe ascending or descending. That is also a presentation. Okay, ascending or descending, organized. After that, we're going to keep it in a tabular presentation. Why so? Because tabular presentation will give you what? Comfortable to solve the what? Problems, or to solve or to find the analysis, or to get the analysis of the data. So analysis means here average, to find the marks of average student. means average कितने होंगे सब मिला के वो निकालने के लिए होता है. तो इन दैट केस फर्स्ट आई अरेंज इट, आई कीप इट इन अ टेबुलर प्रेजेंटेशन फॉर्म, एंड देन एनालाइज दिस एवरेज. एवरेज निकाल के फादर को देते हैं, एंड फादर मीन्स और फादर प्रिंसिपल, एंड गिव इट टू हिम, एंड ही विल सी दैट ओ स्टूडेंट मार्क्स इज, एवरेज मार्क्स इज 60%. दैट मीन्स he will going to interpret it. Interpret it means what? He will think on it and give the conclusion on it. Oh, this marks you have got, that means student performance is not okay, or maybe you are not working properly, maybe there is not link between the teacher and students. So we need to focus on that class, we need to focus on students, what the problem has been occurred due to this, their performance is not okay. So these all are your conclusion. So this comes under your whole thing, that is called statistics. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. So one by one means we'll discuss now range, we'll discuss here frequency. What does this two means? Okay, let's see. So here, so our next one is range. So range means what? Range means difference between maximum value and minimum value of the given data. Think on it, that if I ask student to collect marks of the mathematics, 10 student marks, okay, take it 28, 32, 40, and then 36, 42, 49, 48, 37, 32, 47. So here you can see there are 10 student marks out of 50. Okay. Now you need to find the range of the given data. So range means what? The difference between maximum value and minimum value. That is, formula is what? Maximum value minus minimum value. Now you substitute the maximum value. What's maximum value here? You can see here maximum is 49. Substitution. Next, minimum. Yes, you can see the minimum is 28. So subtract here 28. What result will be? That is what? Our result is 21. That means range for this particular data is 21. Okay. Next, we'll proceed for frequency. So what does frequency means? Frequency means your number of times the observation repeated in the given data. Number of times observation repeated in the given. So let's try to understand with the given, not the given example. We'll try to take one example from our side and we'll try to find how to make a frequency distribution table also. Okay. But before frequency distribution table, we'll discuss about your frequency. Okay. So here 10 student marks out of 5 will take 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we take one more. That is 1. Okay. Now we need to make a frequency distribution table. Or if I'll ask you that what is the frequency means? Means repetition of the value. That means if I'll ask you what is the frequency for 1, frequency for 1 is 1 only, because your 1 marks is not repeating, only one time only repeat, not repeat one time. Next, if you see the frequency of 2, so what is the frequency for 2? That means how many students have got 2 marks? How many? If you see here 1, 2 students have got 2 marks. And what is the frequency for 3? That means how many students have got 3 marks? So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 students have got 2 marks. Next, 4, how many? 2 students, and 5, 1 student. These are frequency. That means what? Number of what? Times the value repeat. So how many times? 1 time, 1. 2 times, 2. 3, 4 times. 4, 2 times. 5, 1 time. Now we are going to present this one in a tabular presentation form. Okay, let's how to make a frequency distribution table. Now we'll keep it in a table. So this is your marks. So we'll write here this side marks, and in the middle we will write daily marks. Okay. So daily marks is not compulsory, but for your class we need to know how to represent for daily marks also. But in class 9, 10, 12, we generally do not use daily marks. So now next is what? Number of students. Number of students. So if this number of students is what? It is a frequency. Okay. How many students? So now remember, whenever we make a frequency distribution table, our first target is what? In ascending order. First NH. See, it is in a hodgepodge form. But I am not in a hodgepodge form. Yes, 1, 2, 3, like that. So first we keep it in an ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, see, think that we will take different now. Think there one is not there, 5. Okay. Take 5. Or here you will change a little bit. One more 5 will change. We'll take different data and we'll try to keep it in a what table representing form. So we don't have 1, so we will not going to write. Starting with 2, 3 is also here, 4 is also here, and 5. Okay. Now, so for 2, how many student have got 2 marks? Only one. So in 10 marks, we write here 1. And this side, we write what? 1. Next, look for 3. How many students are there who have got 3 marks? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we will write 4. Next, how many students who have got 4 marks? 2 students. So 1, 2. Here we will write 2. And for 5, how many students? 5, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Here we will write 3. If we make one more row, so what you can see, total, the mention here, total how many? Total if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. And we count here also 10. Okay. So this way we need to keep it in a table presenting form. So if you see, this is what ungrouped data. So what does it mean? That means grouping. It is not, there is no grouping. That means 2 is separate, 3 is separate, 4 is separate, 5 is separate. If I give more than 100 students, so what will happen in that case? There are so many students who have got variety of marks, means 100 marks out of 100 marks. Many students may get 20, 30, 40, 60, 60.5, any marks. So if I take 100 data here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6, 7 and 100, 1, 2, like that, it will take lots of time, lots of space also. In that case, we'll keep it in a group. So in which group? Like we'll take 0 to 10 marks. We'll keep it one group. Number of students who have got what? 0 to 10 marks will categorize in the one group. That is called group. Okay, group data. So whenever you have large number of data, we keep it in a group. Whenever we have a small number of data like this, we keep it in a ungrouped form. Okay. So we'll discuss this one in a next class. Okay, about group data frequency distribution table. Thank you.